Hey, what's up, my good people? This is Regina Joseph, and I am in my kitchen. And today, I just feel so happy. I just feel so blessed because of you, my people, because subscribing for me. We are load to 2,000 subscribers. I don't take that for granted. And you know something? It's very cold. There is no way I'm going to start cooking without first of all soothing my throat with tea. I have to make my tea because you see this thermos of mine is empty. I have to fill it. So today, my people, we are going to warm Regina Joseph kitchen with cooking very yummy and very sweet tea. That is the first step that I'm going to do. Here comes my water. Let me put here. Today we have to first of all drink a cup of tea so that we can be able to continue. The cold that is here is of another level. We feel as if we are freezing. We don't have to stay without wearing warm jackets. We have to always wear warm things. There comes my tea. And for me, I first of all love boiling my water. Let it heat so that I can add my milk. And here comes my boiled milk direct from the cow. You can even see the cream. Me, I do love drinking milk, but today let me not first of all drink it. We are going to cook tea. Let me set it here. And I will take a cup. Let me take a cup. The water is already warm. So let me now put milk. You don't want to put the cream. Let me just take a spoon. We have to make sure our tea tastes so well. So me, I do love cooking my tea with a lot of milk. Like that. Wow. We are going to wait for it to boil. Let me adjust my sufuria. Let me put that one. That one I use it in the morning. Let me adjust the sufuria so well. Like that. That is what you are going to start with. And in my next burner, let me take my cooking stick. Here comes my beef meat. I always boil my meat first. Here it is. Today we are going to make something very delicious and something very yummy. There comes the meat. I do love boiling and cooking the meat so well because if there is something I fear, it's eating uncooked meat. I don't want to get those infections. I have to make sure I cook my meat so well. Let's wait for the tea. And now, my people, thank you so much for subscribing for me. I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much for showing me support. My people, I do appreciate. Thank you so much for the returning subscribers and for those people who always liked. Very good, encouraging words. I do love you. Those are my kisses, and I do appreciate. And I always pray that God keep you for me so that you can continue showing me love. Because you know, loving me, hey, gives me happiness. And I'm so humbled. Thank you. Let's wait for it to boil. You know, when you're cooking your tea and you want it to be so yummy, just wait for it to boil so well. Don't switch off the fire. Just let it boil for like 5 minutes and your tea must be very yummy. Today I don't feel like taking tea leaves. That is why I'm not putting. Today we'll be drinking chocolate, because you know something. When you drink chocolate, your body gets the warmth. And you know this one. I do love it. Let me set it here. I will also, there is no way you drinking chocolate and you don't put your sugar. I have to put my sugar. Those are the ingredients that I'll be using to cook my tea. Let me wait for my tea to boil so that I can add my other ingredients. Let me adjust. Yeah. Then and now, because the tea is already boiled, now let me put sugar. This one you don't have to put a lot because this drinking chocolate has got its own sugar. That one is enough. Now remember, I had already reduced the heat. Let's stir so that the sugar can dissolve so well. My meat is still cooking. We have to wait for it to boil once more. My tea is boiling, and now let me put my drinking chocolate. Before I cook my tea, I have to reduce the heat. There it is, like that. We have to make sure the drinking chocolate also dissolves. That is how simple it is cooking drinking chocolate tea. Let me store it. Let me wipe here. You can see how my tea is boiling. I have to wait for like a minute so that it can boil well. Well, during the cold season, we have to keep on drinking warm things. And just like that, I'm done cooking my tea. Let me now pour it here. The reason as to why I will not be putting my tea in the thermos is because we are going to drink our tea right now. So let me just pour. Look at that tea. Wow. And then And let me now give this to my dear and darling husband. There comes your tea. This one, I've got a visitor there. Deno, come for your tea. Shika chai yako. Sikuletei. Chantel, utakunywa chai? Let me now serve my daughter. That one is for Chantel. Stacy is not in today, but she'll be back. And let me serve myself. That one is mine. And now, my people, let me first of all drink my tea so that I will be back in this Regina Joseph kitchen and I will be telling you what we will be cooking today. Let me first of all wait for the meat to boil. Let me now take my tea, go direct to my dining table, and then I'm going to drink my tea, warm my body. I want to feel the warmth, and then we are going to continue with our cooking. Guy, let me tell you something, my people. You know me, I usually wonder. Imagine even though it's cold, and even though I'm freezing, me, I do love drinking cold water. I think it's because I've drank tea. Ah, now I feel good. Let me now check my meat. We have to wait for the water to dry. Now this man of the butchery, he had to sell for me a lot of bones. Look how this meat looks. A lot of bones. I don't know why he did that, but it's okay. Now, my people, we are still continuing. I've already taken my tea. I have already drank my water. And now the next step is Regina Joseph telling you, my people, what you are going to make in this Regina Joseph kitchen. And tonight, because I'm cooking supper, my daughter said, Mom, today we are not going to eat ugali. Mom, today we are not going to eat white rice. And they told me that, Mommy, we want you to cook for us pilau. Today we are going to eat pilau. That is what you are going to make. And now, my people, let me start arranging my ingredients so that I can show you what you are supposed to have whenever you are cooking your pilau. This is my ginger. Here comes the garlic. You have to have those. And for the onions, I'll be putting 2 large onions like that. I'll also be putting 2 large tomatoes. Me, I don't love putting tomato paste. I do love making my own tomatoes. So those are the things that you are going to use. Today I never went to the market. That is why I don't have a lot of ingredients. It has rained so much and we only stayed indoors. So we are going to use this. Let me now take my chopping board. Let me now start preparing. I also be taking my knife. I want to prepare so that when the meat will be dried, I have finished preparing this. Let me clean them. And now, let me start slicing. We have to make sure our pilau will taste well. You know, when you're cooking pilau, you have to put a lot of onions because pilau is normally cooked using a lot of onions and cooking oil. When you have those things, your pilau must be good. For the tomatoes, I will be breading them. Let me also clean. I want to prepare everything so that when I'm starting, everything will be set. Okay, now I'm going to cut. Like that. I'm going to cover. Let it first of all sit there. Let's now prepare our garlic and the ginger. That one is enough. Let me put that. Now, let me clean this so that I can start grinding. I'll be using this because I've not bought that thing. I don't know the name that people just take and then you put your garlic and you just squeeze like this and everything is set. But because I don't have, let me just use this. Oh, this one is tiresome. I think I need to buy that. Is it a squeezer? No, I don't know. And now, this is where I use all my energy because I have to make sure I grind it so well. Because I think the water is drying. You know, today, I think the butcher man looked at me because I was telling another woman some stories. And I think he said, oh, this mama is not looking at me. I have to add bones. My people come and see all these bones. just a little meat, and the butcherman had to put on me like 7 of them. Today I have to go and ask him why he did that. And now, let me first of all switch that. And me and all this love covering my food, I'm going to cover. Let me now continue grinding my garlic and my ginger so that we can start. You see, there's a lot of work. That is why the next time I go in the market, I have to look for that thing. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, it is. Today I want to set everything. So let me now put it. Yes, everything is set, and those are the ingredients I'll be using. Let me now start putting the spices. Here comes the salt. Here comes pilau masala. You cannot cook pilau without using pilau masala. I'll also add my extra local cube, 2 of them, like that. Those are the only spices that I use. Let me now wipe there so that I can start cooking. Everything is set. Let's pour our meat. Those are the ingredients that I'll be using. And now the next step, let me take my cream and extra sufuria, the pot that I'll be using. We have to heat it first. Let me now put the cooking oil. For the pilau, you have to put extra so that they will taste well. That is enough. Let's wait for it to heat. As I wait for the cooking oil, let me now start measuring my rice. This is where I stop. Depending on the family members, I'll cook 2 cups. my rice is so good. I usually buy the rice, I select so that I can store it. So that anytime I want to cook, I will not have a lot of time selecting. It's already selected, I just need to clean it. That is what I also be using. And my cooking oil is already heated. Now it's time for me to put the onion. Just giving it set. You can see how it looks. I don't love buying the grinded one. Let's wait for the onions to turn golden brown. When you're cooking pilau, your onions must be golden. Let me disconnect this because I'm not be using. And because I had 2 cups, I'm going to measure. For every cup of rice, you add 2 of this. I want to boil the water because I don't want to put cold one. Yeah, let's wait for the water to boil. I've already measured. Those are 4 cups. And now, for the garlic and ginger, it doesn't take a lot of time to cook. So now I'm going to pour it here. These ones normally burn so easily, and it sticks on the sufuria. So you have to be extra careful. You see the onions? That is how it's supposed to be when you're cooking pilau. You have to wait, it turns golden brown. And also let's wait for the ginger to cook, but you have to keep on turning. And now onions are fully cooked. Let me now pour the meat. Now you have to cook the meat. You have to make sure the meat turns also brown. Let's turn it. Now let me find the lid that I'm going to cover. You see all my lids. Not this one. And look for another one. I don't know if it's this one. Yeah, like that. tomorrow I'll have a very hectic day. Look at my sink. Everything is dirty. It's not in order because I've not cleaned them. But I wake up very early in the morning, clean these utensils, arrange my kitchen so well. And now let's start cleaning the lights, because on the other side the meat is cooking. Now let's clean the lights so well. That is my washed rice. Now I'm going to put salt. Stir. Let me also put the Royco cube. You can see our meat is cooking so well. I'm looking for the Royco cube because you have to make sure it dissolves. Because if you don't dissolve the Royco cube, you'll be eating food and you'll be feeling that some parts are so salty. So you have to make sure you dissolve it so well. There it is. Now this is time for me to put the pilau masala. Let me start. You have to make sure the spice cooks so well. And now my people, this is now the time for me to put this, the tomatoes. Let me pour. We have to wait for it to cook. Let's wait for it to cook so that all the spices can dissolve. We have to make sure we mix them. It is already cooked. Now you just need to take your rice, pour it here. And then you stir very well. Let's cover. And my water is already heated. I've already heated the water. My rice is sticking on the sufuria, and now it's time for me to add my already boiled water. I've already measured. Let us stir. The reason as to why I'm stirring, I want to taste the salt and see if I'm supposed to add. Let me check the salt. Let me add just a little. Like that. Let me stir. And now, my people, I'm going to cover. Let's leave it to cook, and then we are going to check. My supper is well cooked. Let me now set it aside. There comes my pilau. That is what I'll be eating. And now, my people, I have to taste and test what I have cooked. Let me serve here. That is how nice it looks. That is what I'll be eating. And now I have to taste and taste what I've cooked. Today I will not be making kachubali. I'll just eat like that. Let me taste. It's so hot. It's very yummy. Let me also bite the beef meat. And my amazing people, this is how we make pilau. I hope you have followed every step. from cutting the onions, boiling the meat, grinding the ginger and the garlic, and also breading the tomatoes. But it's not a must for you to bread them. You can even slice them into small pieces and you get like this. Balance the spices. When you're putting the pilau masala, don't put a lot of it or so little. Just balance it and you are going to get something like this. And thank you so much, my good people, for your continued support. Thank you so much for subscribing, for viewing, for sharing, for commenting. I do appreciate, and may God bless you. And now, my people, let's meet tomorrow in the next video. Sleep well, wake up very well, and remember to pray. Ask Him anything you want, and He will provide it.